Welcome back, everybody, to Paddling Pool 229. Cannot believe it has been that many of them, but they are just so fun to be a part of. My name is Chili Boy, and I'm joined by the wonderful Pat, and we have MYDA, the people that clutched that 2-0 against Uprising against the Bracket Demons. Please forfeit. How are you feeling about that, Pat?
I expect some spectacle. I mean, we've seen MYDA, and they're very good players. But please forfeit. They're my favorite. They have been the final boss of Paddling Pool, and they've taken a bit of a break lately. We've seen please forfeit players still coming to Paddling Pool and still absolutely dominating the tournament. But I think this is the first time in August that we see please forfeit fully come to Paddling Pool and fully ready to take on the tournament.
Yeah, we're basically seeing them in their original and final form today. So they have, their demons individually, but this is them rehearsed. This is them in their kind of synergistic glory. But as we saw from the set just gone, MYDA are no joke. Uprising was seeded in Division X of Looty because that is an incredibly talented team, and for MYDA to 2-0 them and recover the way they did in that initial game. Like, this is a team that knows how to defend. This is a team that knows how to aggress. This is a team that know how to be synergized as a collective. So I think it would be a big mistake to assume that this is going to be an easy ride for please forfeit, even acknowledging how consistent they are.
Hey Chili, you must be the only person in the community to remember what actual Lottie seeds people have. But I mean, Lucy's coming back apparently, so we'll have a bit of a renewal on that very soon. But please forfeit looking to show why they are seed number one in this tournament. They've been absolutely dominating every team coming their way so far, and it's on MYDA, who also have been showing quite a lot of strength to bring it to them.
Yeah, I'm showing my age with the Looty thing there. To be fair, it's slightly outdated data, but it just seemed the easiest way to capture their Uprising at their best. Ink Block Clams is where we're about to kick off right now, so a map that we're all very familiar and well rehearsed on. In terms of compositions, we've got relatively aggro stuff from both sides, but MYDA whipping out their E-liter to try and shut down any of please forfeit's nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, please forfeit, despite having a cracked E-liter player, they bring the ball point on the side of Yoshel, and it looks like both teams are going to try to get that control of mid, and the big bubbler in the middle of the map is going to allow please forfeit to get things going there, where MYDA has to be kind of the defensive and has to use their special above it.
Yeah, all of MYDA really bunched up here in their plat, which is quite dangerous, especially when you've got Zenith running around with that hammer trying to yeet them and do damage. That is 2 down, and the E-liter and the sloshing machine forced to retreat under the wrath of Yoshel's jet. So please forfeit, not wasting any time. As soon as they saw that hesitance from MYDA, they've capitalized, and look at them like sharks to blood here, Pat. They are so deep in already.
Oh, yeah. Man, it doesn't look like they had that much control of anything happening. Even during all of their push, they scored 40 points. And MYDA was trying to just stop them, but it didn't matter to please forfeit. They were just here to put clams in the basket.
Yeah, I mean, that push, I thought they could have got a bit more out of, to be fair. I think that was a good recovery from MYDA under the circumstances.
Yeah.
Them now looking at this ramp here, seeing if they can get a bit of movement as a team to make something happen. Zenith whipping out the Ultra Stamp to force them back, but not managing to get any picks, and then getting quite injured here and having to retreat. So please forfeit have used a lot of resources here to stop this push, and if MYDA can capitalize, this could be pretty big. But it looks like for now it's more of a neutral situation.
Yeah, very neutral, but MYDA is kind of surrounded right now, and please forfeit with the Inkjet is going to get an extra pick. It's just Aloha. Aloha is getting picked too by Zenith. Zenith looking to move forward, and Dio is going to stop everything with the splash. And get some breathing room for MYDA, but MYDA right there was so close to catastrophe. But okay, now it's please forfeit on the back foot, and MYDA looking to move and score some points.
I think this set so far is a lesson in just don't ever bunch up against please forfeit, because they absolutely massacre you, and they're so good at applying pressure from different angles and just boxing people into that space where they're all stuck together. So it does look like right now like please forfeit have had some good chances, but again, not really getting much out of this. They have lost 3 players, so MYDA, they're, you know, I feel there's a bit of fear from them, and I feel please forfeit are dictating the pace of the aggressive gameplay, but MYDA are holding their own right now. They can definitely recover from this with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, but MYDA has yet to score a single clam. Please forfeit, they were like 3 players down at some point and didn't get any points scored onto them. It's like they have plot armor right now, and MYDA with 2 super clams with they're still looking to find a way to get on that platform that has eluded them so far.
I do feel they're being a little bit too patient and idealistic here with this push, but to the credit of please forfeit, their junior there, that big bubbler blocking off that ramp is such a pain, and it really does allow them to stall until please forfeit recover. But look, you give them breathing room, and they've got another big bubbler up anyway, so it doesn't even end up mattering. MYDA just really struggling to get that safe push. I don't know if a fully safe push against please forfeit is going to be possible. They might just need to start taking what they can get if they want to take this game from them.
Wait, what is that junior doing? You're a junior! How are you doing? You're not supposed to be there! Yeah, and getting punished, and right now MYDA again in a 3v1, it's just your shell gets flicked! Okay, now you have to score, in, and that's 2 super clams, and that has to be a lead for MYDA right now.
They're throwing the tri-strike out, but where's the little clam? You need 1 baby clam!
1 clam!
Where is it? That is a tragedy there. That was the perfect opportunity for MYDA to take the lead. I'm not sure what is
plot armor.
Fear of them.
It's plot armor, I tell you.
Please forfeit. Are you bribing people? Nah, we know they're more talented than that, but clearly something about please forfeit's defensive setup is making MYDA scared. Gorgeous retreating snipe there, but we need more than that. We need clams in the basket if you want to take a game off please forfeit, and they are doing everything they can right now to make that impossible for MYDA.
And please forfeit just wreaking havoc. They just need to target that super clam. They just need to keep that super clam off of anybody, and that's going to be a 1-point win for please forfeit. Such
an interesting first game. I'm just looking at overtime to see if there's any hope of bringing it back. There might be a cheeky push. We nearly had a cheeky comeback there at the end, but that was such a bizarre opening game, Pat. I'm not sure how I feel about it, because I think really good gameplay and good shining moments from both teams, but I felt MYDA had so many opportunities to get a huge score and just couldn't make it happen.
MYDA had more opportunities than please forfeit. They had more map control than please forfeit. Their push looked way stronger than please forfeit. It's as if everything went MYDA's way except for the points.
I feel like, you know that saying, don't let perfect be the enemy of good? I feel exactly. It's a little bit of that. Like, they're waiting for the absolutely perfect wipeout push. And do you know what? Sometimes you don't get that. But if you get 3 players down and you've got map control, sometimes you've just got to go for it and aggress. And I think, I know please forfeit are, you know, even 1 player up is scary when it's of please forfeit's caliber. But sometimes you've got to just take your chances and go for it. Or please forfeit will use any bit of breathing room they can get against you, you know?
Yeah. And please forfeit with that junior that can just like put bombs in the very specific bots that you need to go through to put a clam in the basket. With like everything that please forfeit had, quite often they only needed 1 player to stop what MYDA was trying to do. But I feel like MYDA had the opportunity to force that, to force their luck and just get 1 clam one extra clam in the basket in that one push and get one extra push. Actually, it was like it was such a close game.
It was, yeah. I mean, it kept us on the edge of our toes throughout. And I think what this does show is that MYDA know how to get opportunities. They created so many opportunities for themselves that game. Sorry. So we know MYDA can do it. We know MYDA can put Police Forfeit on the back foot. But the challenge now is, as we go into counter picks, is if we do see this through to a game 5, the game 5 is going to be on Police Forfeit's terms, and you do not want to be in that position. But that is the luxury you get if you win game 1.
Yeah, and that's the thing with MYDA. They are a pickup, and Clan Blitz especially requires more team synergy, more team coordination. So it, like, the fact that it went Police Forfeit's way, like, we could see it was really not the picks, it was not the speed, it was really like that extra, the team playing the objective together, that gave the win to Police Forfeit. If MYDA goes to, say, Rainmaker or Zones, bad is less of a problem, and I think we can expect them to do very, very good in the rest of this set.
Oh yeah, absolutely. MYDA are far from out here, and like you say, Pat, that is the big distinction when it's a pickup. Is you individually can be incredible mechanical players, and sometimes that's enough. But when Police Forfeit are mechanical players that are also completely in sync with each other, that is a real demon to overcome, and that is possibly what edged out that game 1 for them. It looks like we're still waiting on what the counter pick will be, so I'm sure big discussion going on right now about how MYDA start to reclaim some momentum from Police Forfeit. But yeah, we know they can do it. It came down to just a single clam. That is painful.
Yeah, a single clam that decided everything. I think at one point it's like that.
Go on.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I was going to say, at one point, I think the machine was there and had 6 clams. And also a player on the push was using the tri-strike, but I don't know if they had a clam left to get it in. So it's literally, we're probably talking like just a very minor positioning error there, costing people that game. But it looks like we're going a bit of a run back to last set here. We're going back to Sturgeon Zones, Pat. So I gave my opinion on that as a battleground last time. What are your thoughts here with MYDA choosing here?
I think it's a good pick for them. It's a good pick for Machine, first of all, and we've seen what their Machine can do. And again, like, it's unlike clams, the thing you can't really forget to score points on the zone. You can forget to paint the zone, but those points score themselves. And MYDA, they struggled with the clams themselves, so having the zone, which is the simplest objective to complete, that's the best.
I mean, you could forget the zone, I guess, but we're not going to see that at this level. Yeah, Clam Blitz by far probably the hardest objective to coordinate, so this should even the playing field slightly. In terms of picks, Yoshel is swapping back to mirror Aloha on the charger right there. Everyone else looked like they're going to retain what they were using before, so we will see how this plays out. But yeah, this is going to be a biggie. This is going to be the best chance MYDA have of stalling Police Forfeit's momentum.
Yeah, very good chance, and the pick of Zenith is going to give a lot of breathing room.
Wow!
Getting the wipe out, and you can. Well, that's a good counter pick. That's how you counter pick a map. Take notes, people.
Yeah, but I think any fears we might have had that wasn't going to go as well is look how yellow this map is already. MYDA have not wasted any time. They've used that to get really deep. That being said, though, Police Forfeit. 3 down, wipeout in reverse. We're 50 seconds in, and it's been 1 wipeout aside, Pat. So, okay, strong opening by MYDA, but equally strong response to Police Forfeit's credit right there. And look how deep
Zenith
they're going.
Kana. Yeah, Kana is still in there with the junior. They have to move back now that Zenith got picked. kind of saving themselves though. So what is what? Why is the elite up there?
Oh, that was cheeky. That was really, really cheeky there, trying to get the snipe on Aloha, and then they very quickly realised this position is not favourable. I need to bounce, and they did. But look at this, Pat. MYDA really struggling now to recover. The sloshing machine tunnel vision in a bit too much on the jet recall there, and Zenith on a tear when MYDA can't afford to be losing players. They've only got 14 ticks, and Please Forfeit are going to go 2-0 up, Pat.
I mean, like, there's nothing Aloha can do at this point. It's just going to go to Please Forfeit. And after such a close game one and an opening wipe by MYDA, Please Forfeit just gained the momentum and showed us what they can do.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better opening on your counter pick, really, could you? Like, all 4 players down. They did move up really well together, MYDA, but I think it's to me, and I don't know if I'm just fixated on it a bit too much, but it's a bit of a similar theme to last time. It was as soon as Please Forfeit back up, I noticed they bunched into the zone together. Like, MYDA just retreated a bit and bunched back. And I think you just can't give Please Forfeit any breathing room, because the second they get that chance to move back in, they're a nightmare. And you saw what happened as soon as they got control. Zenith was so deep in their territory. And Kynard on the Splattershot Junior is just so good at supporting Zenith and having that big bubbler ready and then backing up a bit if they need to. So that kind of synergistic offensive presence is proving really problematic for MYDA at the moment.
Yeah, like, as you said, these teams looked so even at the start of that game, and MYDA looked so strong in there, but Please Forfeit able to come back, able to get back into that game, get the wipeout, and then MYDA, they just didn't know what to do. They just didn't expect to be on the back foot so much. They didn't expect to have Zenith just being Zenith, like, which you should expect. I mean, it's Zenith. Zenith is going to do that, and that's like right now, MYDA. They need something big, something to stop that Please Forfeit team. And Rainmaker on this map on Under the Spillway is going to be their final counter pick, their last chance to get a game off of that final boss of Paddling Pool that is Please Forfeit.
Yeah, very, very interesting place to go, but I can appreciate it. Undertow Rainmaker, very, very messy map mode combination, but fun how you can switch up where you choose to prioritize, and you can also make that decision mid-push on a map this massive. I wonder if we're going to see VAC here, given it's quite good at shutting down the lane, because we haven't seen much VAC since we've been on.
Yeah, and it looks like Aloha just heard you. He's going to bring the VAC with the Splatterscope.
Your shell as well, swapping back to the ballpoint, opting for that movability. That did work out really nicely for them on the Clan Blitz game, and I think totally makes sense on Rainmaker. So we are going to see a pretty aggressive opening here. Oh my god, Aloha! How did you manage to take 2 there? But MYDA still strong opening despite that slight fumble, and MYDA dictating the pace as we go into game 3. They really, really need this, so if they can get checkpoint here, that'll be a smooth start, and they do, Pat.
Yeah, very good checkpoint right now. The cooler is going to come right after, and it's going to give Dario the opportunity to, well, at least push the Rainmaker a bit further. Teams is going to get like delayed wipe, but they don't mind. With the cooler, they are right back in.
Yeah, and that aerial view showing that MYDA have enough time to recover, do have very good control of their side, so this is much more of a neutral engagement rather than an opportunity for Please Forfeit right now. They just need to kind of use the Rainmaker here to create some ground to get back in. But as I say that, Zenith does not care and is soloing MYDA and pushing up so deep that Please Forfeit immediately equalised. Zenith has been a monster this set so far. Every time they get behind the enemy kind of side, they're just getting doubles, triples, all sorts. And with that stamp, look how deep they've gone, Pat.
Yeah, that hammer pretty much like did what a vacuum would do. Like really helping the Rainmaker push forward and ignore everything thrown at it. A lead of 17 is so good on this map mode. Right? The Please Forfeit. They just need, like, Please Forfeit just needs to defeat everything MYDA is going to do. They just need to be demons on every part of the map and deny every push from MYDA. And if they do that, they get to the finals.
As we say, Please Forfeit, every player amazing individually, but this is them in their final form as a full collective. MYDA doing what they can here to try and shut things down. They're doing a good job. That is a wipeout. So here is some breathing room. They need to get back into mid, get some map control, and make something happen. But 17 is so hard to recover from.
Yeah, and that's going to be another push from MYDA. Zenith has been punished for moving up, and it's 2 down on the side of Please Forfeit. MYDA has a very good opportunity to bring the Rainmaker there. And they're going to... Oh, where are... Oh, they're under the grate. I thought they were on it.
That being said, this is not a bad idea because they're managing to hold. And if they can get... they can't get the back at the ready because the snipers picked up the Rainmaker, but I was kind of hoping they'd be able to have the back there to get through that side. But going the grated way, they are getting picks, though. They are staying up, and this is a possible opportunity for them. They're going for... Do take the lead, Pat. That was looking a bit suspicious. That I wasn't sure they could pull that off, but they did wait for that brief window, and my gosh, did they capitalize on it. That is a fantastic response from MYDA. They could not have been under any more pressure there to make that happen, and they did it.
That push was all patience and awareness on the side of the Rainmaker carrier. But Please Forfeit are back in mid, looking to get these picks and get back on the attack. Both of these teams like top of KO. They're not going to stop the lead right now. And Please Forfeit is back on the attack.
Zenith's movement is just on there. Squirrel charge is absolutely nuts. Mikey doing the rain blaster stuff. We saw them do so well though in Ink Block, not being punished. MYDA do have to be careful here because, as we know, any breathing room is too much breathing room to give to Please Forfeit, and it does feel like they are getting the picks here. That being said, they have had to use a lot of resources just to get this push going. They've used a bubbler, they've used a jet, they might have used 2 jets actually here. So right now they only have the stamp to aggress, and that is Zenith down. So MYDA have done a great job here of making Please Forfeit use their resources before they can get this push really deep.
Yeah, Please Forfeit just right now. They have 20 seconds left, but 2 down on the side of MYDA. And Bad Charger is going to have to keep people away for as long as they can. But Please Forfeit, now it's them who are 2 down, and they are in a very bad state. Game 3 is going to go to MYDA.
And that was just to say that at the end, the use of the ink back there to give the splatter shot the confidence to really heavily aggress the Rainmaker when being fired at was a really nice synergistic defensive play that did outclose that game out. Didn't see much of the Vax kind of offensive utility that's been out there lately, but I think it was still a very smart pick for that map mode. And MYDA, when they were on their tournament life point, clutching a recovery that must have been anxiety-inducing for them. It's very hard to recover a deep push on Undertow because of the fact that you've got the burden to aggress so much. But that just shows what MYDA can do. Pick up or not, these are 4 players that you cannot underestimate at all.
Yeah, and these are 4 players that can always come back, but now they need an almighty reverse sweep if they want to qualify to the finals, and they have to do so on Please Forfeit's counterpick. And I'm not sure what they're going to counterpick, but if it's Hagglefish zones, I would not be surprised, and I would say, I told you so.
I mean, we have established that when in doubt, Hagglefish zones out, and it is also where Please Forfeit are just like Super Zane 20 trillion. Honestly, that they're honestly it's. I'm always amazed at what they do there, even though I expect them to be amazing. So. Fully expecting that if that doesn't come out in Game 4, if they make to Game 5, we'll see it then. Also, just apologies to chat, because I believe we did have a demon robot caster moment there, so sorry, Nikoko, that was what you joined stream with, but hopefully we've been purified now, and you can hear us in our, just standard voices.
Yep, hopefully all voices are back. Sorry about being demon robots from outer space, but we are doing our best.
Space demon robot, that sounds quite cool. But yeah, we are just waiting on where Please Forfeit are going. I wonder if that's thrown them a little bit, actually. Like, they Please Forfeit normally counterpick quite quickly. Just wondering what they're considering there as variables, because what is quite nice about MYDA is they do have subtle changes in their builds that they can do. So, you know, the differences in charges, but also Mikey has an equally solid range blaster and sloshing machine. And between those two weapons, you're normally pretty strong with one of them somewhere. So it's not like MYDA don't know how to be responsive to more niche map mode choices. But Please Forfeit are probably just thinking about where they can give them the hardest time.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams are so good. You can't. You have to take the best of every advantage that you have. And Please Forfeit right now, they know they have like 2 tries at finding the best map for themselves and the worst map for MYDA.
They do. So I think they will go. I think they'll be less confident about their pick here than they will about their Game 5 pick. I think their Game 5 pick will be the trump card, and that is possibly where we're going to see Hagglefish. No, we are going to see Hagglefish.
I told you so!
Yeah, I thought they would save that for the Game 5, but I think they just want to end it quick, eh?
Yeah, it's their counter pick. It's the law at this point. They just pick it.
To be fair, this is why we call you Pat the Prophet as well.
This is not why.
It's because you always win your bets as well.
Well, not always, but hey, we are going to see Please Forfeit on their favorite map mode. And MYDA, I mean, they have... The thing with Please Forfeit having this as their favorite map mode is that even when they go against a small pickup, everybody around there is going to know how to play that map mode. So, like MYDA, yes, they're a pickup, but they don't. They know how to play this, and they probably know exactly what Please Forfeit is going to do.
Oh yeah,
it's just a matter of like, can you find what you need to do to stop it? What you need to do to counter it?
I mean, I don't think there's a player out there that dislikes Hagglefish zones, is there? I think in terms of splat-free map slander, Hagglefish is the one that people tend to go, yeah, actually, we like this one. But
I think that, I mean, if a map is very good for some people, it's always going to be bad for others. And like I've seen like Inkbrush one tricks just have a pocket weapon, a pocket splash just for this map mode, because Inkbrush doesn't work as well in here.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. We are back to the E-liter wars, and the other thing I was going to say is one thing that Please Forfeit utilised wonderfully here is Kaynard's Big Bubbler. The Big Bubbler allows so much progress on the zone, even in high pressure situations, so expect to see a lot of Big Bubbler on zone. But look at this again with MYDA, like, they just don't waste any time, do they?
Yeah, MYDA like to get the openings, they like to get forward and get things. Kana is going to die in their bubble and not get anything from it. And right now it's just your shell looking to just stay in position and give the rest of this forfeit the opportunity to move forward. They know that if they just leave that position to MYDA gets so much out of it. And right now it's 50 points for MYDA already. Please Forfeit has nothing to get back in.
Kaynard going down there as soon as they initiated the bubbler, which is their main kind of avenue back in, was absolutely huge there for MYDA extending that lead. They've also managed here, despite the pressure from the Jet, to get another 2. So Zenith does have the stamp, and they're going to try and make something happen. Oh my god! Okay, top clutch. You needed to make it happen. That is disgusting. I was just about to say, Zenith with the Hail Mary stamp is what is going to be their only chance here to recover. And before I can finish the sentence, Zenith just says, let me show you how it's done. And solos MYDA once again. That is disgusting, Zenith.
Zenith, like, if Zenith gets splatted there, that's the end of the game. And Zenith gets a triple and suddenly please forfeit. They have 50 points of their own and they're looking to extend the lead. It's 3 versus 2. It's just one splash on the side of MYDA and please forfeit, who are looking at the KO, could almost like touch defeat. Right now they're looking to get a KO on their own.
The speed this has turned around is unbelievable. The crab here though, getting the pick on Zenith, and the tri-strike coming out to say, no, we are not going to be reverse swept here. MYDA giving themselves a second chance at life. But, I mean, please forfeit when they set up here are insufferable to deal with. It takes everything MYDA had, but they have not only done it, but they've also got 3 down again, Pat. MYDA doing a great job of not only recovering, but then also getting some really good aggressive moments going. That hesitance that we criticised them for in Game 1 seems to have gone. I think they found their stride.
It's really both teams keeping control as long as they can. And Please Forfeit has no choice but to move forward. MYDA is just less than 20 points away from victory. Please Forfeit needs to move, needs to paint that zone. They don't apply penalty and they have 2 players down. They don't have any special. MYDA is looking to get that KO, get that 2, and MYDA is just one more game. And they get to beat Please Forfeit, but Please Forfeit beaten on Hagglefish zones.
My British jaw is on the floor, Pat. We just saw Please Forfeit lose on Hagglefish zones. That does not happen often. That, you know, Please Forfeit are, like you say, they're here every week in some capacity, grinding out these Dapples tournaments, always showing their consistency. And anytime they're under any threat, they go to Hagglefish zones and they end it there and then. And they just blew what I've come to know as their strongest counter pick and been shut down by what has proved to be an incredible pickup.
Yeah, what a game, what a set. And Please Forfeit now, they have to think, like the thing they usually expect to work the best really didn't go their way at all. And if not for Zenith being absolutely cracked and activated Ultra Instinct, it could have been a KO even faster. It could have been an absolute like destroying by MYDA. Like Please Forfeit, they were happy this game was close.
I don't know where they're gonna go now. Well, I'm not used to Please Forfeit set continuing after Hagglefish zones have been whipped out as the counter pick. This is I wonder if they'll go back to clams again, you know, just because that punishes MYDA being a pickup more. Because Please Forfeit have that synergy down.
This is not on the script. This is not on the script, Chili Boy. We don't know what's going to happen. And MYDA is looking so strong right now.
The script has been ripped up. Absolutely. There is we don't know where to go from here. We're just casually stunned. But this is why we hang out every Wednesday afternoon and evening to do some Splatoon, because you get entertainment of this quality. That is just the gameplay tonight has been unreal. All of the single limb bracket has just been so intense. Even the 2-0s have been like real nail biters. It's a privilege to be a part of, really.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, both of these teams looking just to... And this is just semi-finals. We have more after that. Whatever happens, the team that just won... But like, I mean, that last game has to be close to the team that wins that best of 5. he is going to fight another team after that, and the other team also had like a crazy bracket to go through. As always, Paddling Pool showing us so many good games.
And you know, Pat, how we talked about Octopi being the wild card that you can never count out. They have only gone and made it to winners finals. They have made it. So Grands will be Octopi versus the winner of the set we're watching right now. And if that is not a testament to keep your eye out on Octopi, then let this be that lesson for you. It does look like we're going for another zones map, interestingly. We're having a bit of a Triton moment here on counter picks. And we're going back to Museum, where, of course, MYDA were really solid with the range, with Micah's range blaster. So I'm very interested to see what Please Forfeit have in mind here to shut them down.
I mean, MYDA was very solid against Uprising, but now they are fighting Please Forfeit. So
true.
That's a different team completely, and getting solid against Please Forfeit is a very, very, very different thing to do compared to Uprising. And especially at the end of such a contested round, at this point it really is on endurance. It really is on, okay, they have shown us everything they have. We have shown them everything we have. It's getting late. We're getting tired, and we have to bring like the last of our reserves to get in there. And MYDA not bringing the range blaster.
No, Mikey opting for the splash there, so it's clearly thinking that is going to be a good response to Please Forfeit's comp, which I can appreciate. We're gonna see more splatter shot Zuka wars, which have been thoroughly entertaining this evening, as well as the snipe off. So yeah, fairly comparable comps here right now. Really looking forward to seeing how they open up here, because they've not been dull. Let's put it that way. There's not been many stalemates, has there?
Not many stalemates, and I just noticed that Zenith is on the splatter shot.
Indeed, yeah.
But right now, MYDA is in control, is going to get a short early lead. And Zenith getting a bit... That Zuka not getting much out of it, though. And MYDA is... What?
If that was an ultra stamp, everybody would have been dead, but unfortunately, it was Azuka instead. But Please Forfeit managing to get the recap. Very, very nicely done. All four players up on both sides. But look, Please Forfeit have two specials at the ready. They've got the Jet and the Bubbler, which are very, very good at not only applying pressure, but also holding space. So Please Forfeit in a quite resilient position right now. They do have the resources at their disposal. And was that Azuka delay Trader Sorts? That was insane. And then Aloha causing carnage as well. So Please Forfeit dictating the pace of this game significantly right now. They have had time for all their players to get back into the match as well. So MYDA on the back foot, beginning to run out of time. Gonna need to make something happen soon. They need to get your shell off that pillar, because your shell is threatening people massively from there. And Mikey using the crab to see what they can do. It's a mess right now, and the timer's still ticking. And Please Forfeit not willing to waste any more time, and doing there what we thought we would have seen in the Hagglefish game, and just once they got that opportunity, completely shutting their opponents down. But whew.
Once Please Forfeit gets momentum, once they're in your head, once they know what you're going to pull against them, they win. And MYDA did such a great job of pushing Please Forfeit to the limit, of forcing them to do everything they could, and like menacing that reverse sweep. But in the end, Please Forfeit's just staying in control of the zone, even when MYDA got the picks, and they're going to the finals.
And you talked about that element of when you're playing a long set of very high level gameplay, how it can be so emotionally and psychologically taxing. And maybe we just saw MYDA's stamina slightly tap out there, and Please Forfeit, who are absolute veterans at their craft here, and they're just so used to the tournament grind. They've survived so many game fives. Like, to them, it's just another match, and that could have been the difference, as well as might have been the pickup there, maybe not been quite as synergized as Please Forfeit. But MYDA, you gave us an incredible showing. You can be so proud of how you've played this tournament.
Yeah, and speaking of stamina, I need to refill my water. So let's have a very short break, and then we will be back for the finals.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll see you really soon.